I don't know. Okay. We got these for Christmas, what, 2 years ago? Last year, during COVID. When we have yet to use it. What are they? It's a kayak loader. So we're going to check this out because what are we doing? Where are we going? Yes, he's in deep thought. Where are we going, Jim? Where are we going?
Ohio.
Yay! Because Michelle's retiring. The trailer's going home. We're gonna figure these out. Okay, Jim's got the kayak up there. Yeah, we forgot to show you how the new hookies, the new loading kayak, what do you want to call them? Kayak loaders work, because we needed both hands and we got busy and I totally forgot to record it. We'll show it the next time we use it. But she's up there. She's secured. We need to get new ropes for the front and back with some padding so that we can hook it to the bumpers. But right now we're just going to hook it to the carrier. It worked when we went to Lake Tahoe from Tracy, California. And we went to Alpine Lake through the mountains and everything with it. Hopefully it works on the way home. Yep. We're pulling out, leaving Tracy, California. We're going to take it to Ohio, do some work at my dad's business. My brother's going to do some welding for us for the brackets for a little toolbox there in the front. And Jim's going to put some stabilizers on the wheels. We got a few little maintenance things, and then we'll take it to Florida, where our actual residence is. It's Florida. We're all ready. Got the kayak attached. Plus we have to pick up the kayak in Ohio. So we'll probably spend the summer in Ohio because we have a campground there. And that's what our plans are. And Jim doesn't retire until November, December sometime. Finally leaving. Tracy, California. Tracy, California. It is home of the almonds, I guess.
Yeah, they grow a lot of them.
Yeah.
Point out the window.
There's almonds everywhere. They don't just grow almonds. It's a real huge farming area. It's also a site that people live in or work in San Francisco, commute back and forth. But it's known a lot now for its almonds. It used to be tomatoes. There was a tomato plant here. But they do almonds, walnuts, apricots, everything around here. The farmers markets around here are fantastic. They have them year round. That is one thing I'm definitely going to miss is the farmers markets. And then the other thing that they have in town is little fruit stands. And they're always on the weekends.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto the I-580 ramp to I-5, Los Angeles.
So like the weekends, there's a lot of these, but during the weekdays they also have them.
There's guys selling them in the parking lots. So if you go to Lowe's or Home Depot.
Yeah. To Lowe's or even the Dollar Tree. You know, if you go to run in to get something, they got strawberries by the cases that you can just buy. Cherries, cheap, like super cheap. Cherries is another thing they'll sell right out of the back of their car. Tomatoes, peppers are huge. Another thing we're definitely gonna miss is the Mexican restaurants in town. They have fantastic, authentic quesadillas.
They're really good.
They're really good.
Foster's Ice Cream.
Yeah, Foster's Ice Cream is another place that was really good.
A local place.
It's a local. Well, that's a chain I think out here in California, but there's a local. It's been here since forever. It's probably one of the first ones, but yeah. So there's some things we're definitely going to miss. But we're on our way now to Southern California. It's Indio? How do you say that?
I think it's India.
Yeah, something like that. We're going to stay at a casino, we think, tonight.
The reason we were out here so long is that Michelle had a position with DLA, Defense Logistics Agency, and she took a position out here to help modernize the warehouses. DLA has lots of warehouses throughout the world, basically, and how we manage the warehouse and the materials that's in them needed upgraded. It hadn't been upgraded forever. So Michelle came out here for a 3-year stint to help teach the warehouse workers the new system and help develop the system and help develop the training materials for it. So that work is still ongoing. The government takes forever to install anything. So she's basically retired right before it, what they call go live, right before it goes into 100% into production.
Yeah, it's already started. It's already being implemented.
But it's not full.
It's not full on until the end of June. So.
She stayed until basically her retirement date. So she spent basically 3 years out here in California. I stayed in Ohio because I work for DLA also, and DLA Columbus, and my job was still in Ohio. So that's why I came out here quite often. Due to COVID, we were teleworking full time, so it didn't matter where I was, really. It didn't matter where she was. She spent a lot of her time.
I spent a lot of my time out here.
But
majority of my time was here.
Corpus.
And I spent a lot in Corpus. But Jim was able to come out here whenever he could because of COVID. But we did a lot of sightseeing.
Which is why you saw a lot of sightseeing in California along the coast, things like that.
We were able to do California. We were able to do Oregon, Washington. And Idaho. Yep. And then we even went to Las Vegas. We took full advantage every time I had downtime from the project or leave that I had to use, because we have like leave that we lose if we don't use it. Then that's when we went sightseeing.
Right.
And we seen every national park in those state parks and other sites.
We have a few trips planned before the end of the year, like doing a Disney World, maybe some in Key West. So you'll see that. But then from there on, we'll basically be retired, and we can do whatever we want to, not tied down to a job.
Yeah. So, but we have more things that we want to do to the camper. We were able to do a lot of maintenance on the camper while we were out here.
Upgrades,
and the solar start. But we are going to be able to finish the solar now that we're going back to Ohio, because we're actually going to get the panels, I think, in Indiana.
Yeah, India.
You'll see the finish of the solar once we get home, and a lot more to come. Part of this video is our trip home, and then once we get done with the trip home, then you'll see the solar install. I don't know which order that we're going to do it. He has to put the toolbox on with my brother's help, like I said earlier, and then he got stabilizers for the wheels. We're probably going to get rid of our two, what are those called? Chinese wheels?
Yeah, the Castle Rock brand tires.
And put those on, those two tires, because we have two Goodyear tires on too. And a few other little things that are minor to the camper, because we pretty much have it the way we want it now. We're not sure about the big chairs. They're kind of big in the camper, but they're comfortable. So we'll see. And we're talking about the desk chairs. Well, we're traveling down the road. We hear a thump on the roof, and we're like, okay, that isn't good. Pulled over, and when we looked on the bed of the truck, well, we looked at the kayak first, and it's like everything's there. So we looked on I happened to glance over at the bed of the truck, and this bolt, stainless steel bolts laying on the truck. So that's what it was that we heard the thud. So then we're like, where did it come from? Jim checked the carrier, thinking that maybe it came off the carrier, and we're like, no, we have no idea. Well, let's save the bolt. and eventually we'll figure out what it goes to. Right as I was getting in the truck, I looked up at the kayak and I realized one of the black, it's a foot pedal, its footrest is missing a bolt. That's where it came off of. So we're gonna stop at a rest area and Jim's gonna put some thread lock and screw it back in so that I don't lose my foot pedal. But it's obviously been loose for a while. Just that's not anything we ever checked. So if you have kayaks and you're carrying them and they have these bolts, you might want to check to make sure they're all tight before you take off. So some new issue. There's always something that happens when you're traveling. Little, big, whatever. Right there, you can see the one screw. The other one's missing. So that's where the bolt. But I have this real lightweight ladder that I love. And Jim has now become fond of it too because it's very handy. So he's going to use it and just screw it back in. No worries. We stopped at a farmer's market right at one of the exits to the Interstate 5. And we got one of these apples. And it's called an Opal sweet apple. And it's probably one of the better apples I've ever had. I never heard of it, but it was called Opal. Did you like it?
Really?
This is where we parked the first night. And as you can see, it's called Fantasy Springs Casino. And it's in Indio, I-N-D-I-O, California. And there's a whole area for trucks and RVs. It does say no parking overnight, but that is not the case. Beautiful scenery. And behind us, you can see the desert, palm trees. There was a big motorhome right here, 2 of them that left this morning. It was free. Went over to the casino last night. We had a hamburger and french fries and a drink, and it was $24. And then later on we seen a buffet that looked good, and pizza. Actually, there was pizza for like $2.50 a slice, $2 to $3 a slice, and that's what Jim and I are having today for lunch. Is a slice of pizza, and then we're gonna take off to Phoenix, Arizona. That's our next stop. But the casino was nice. We spent like $10 at the casino. Didn't win anything as usual. We're not gamblers, but free camping.
Went to the casino that we're staying overnight at, and they had pizza by the slice in one of their pizza parlors, and we got pizza. Michelle had pepperoni. I got a meat lovers, and we got an extra piece of cheese in case somebody needed it or wanted it. Right across the road from the pizza place was a Rocky Mountain chocolate factory, so we got a piece of chocolate each too.
How much was the slices a piece? I think it was $2.50 for the cheese. Yeah, it was only $2.50 for a slice for cheese.
And $3 for the
right for the
$3
extra.
or $4 for the other ones.
Yeah,
but the nice big slices.
Yeah, and I just had pepperoni. You had pepperoni and sausage.
Yeah.
On yours, so you had more of a deluxe.
And they were really good. Pizza's really good.
This is the chocolate that Jim got at the, what was it called? Rocky Mountain. So this one's his, and he got me these. I'm not sure what they are. They're white chocolate something. Thanks for watching this video. Please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you.